If you're tired of typing the same emails, replies, and AI prompts over and over again, textblaze will save you hours. In this video, I'm going to show you how text expansion works and how you can create your own shortcuts that you'll use every single day. So let's get started. First and foremost, what exactly is text expansion or a text expander? Well, here I am in an empty Google Doc, and I'm just going to type in a few keystrokes. I'm going to type in /QO, and immediately I have a perfectly formatted response. This is something that I send out all the time. It's formatted the way that I want. It's included the links that I need. And all I had to do was type 3 keystrokes on my computer. Maybe you're sending your video conferencing details all of the time. Well, I'm just going to type in /VC, and immediately my video conferencing information is here. No longer am I copying and pasting from somewhere else. I can do this with just a few keystrokes. Now, in order to make this happen, we are using textblaze. textblaze is my personal favorite text expansion tool. It is available as both a Chrome add-on, so you can use it within any application within your Chrome browser, or you can download it and use it for your Windows or Mac machine if you'd like to use it anywhere on your computer. So here within our textblaze dashboard, we have a practice area where we can use any of our snippets and try our shortcut keys. And on the left-hand side, you will see a full list of all of your snippets. And best of all, we can create different folders if we want to organize our snippets. So for example, I've just started an AI prompt folder, which is probably one of the most popular or the most useful ways to use snippets and to use text expansion. But let's get started with creating your own first snippet. To come up here to the left-hand side of the screen, we want to hit this big plus button to create a new snippet. Now, it may ask which folder you want to place it in. If you have multiple folders, you can always change its location later. Now, by default, at the top of the screen, it's going to call it a new snippet, but here is where we want to give it a descriptive name. So in my example, I'm going to call this one a list of colors. I'm going to assume that I'm a part of an interior design company, and maybe there are only 4 standard colors that we offer our curtain fabric in. And it's a question I get all of the time, so I want to stop having to write all the details of that in my email or in my replies, and just hit a few keystrokes and give them that full list. So the label comes first, and this is where you want to be descriptive. This is for you to understand what that snippet represents. Then on the right-hand side is the actual shortcut. This is what you'll be typing in that will reveal or place all of that text, which we're going to create in just a moment. Now, you'll probably want to start with a special character as the trigger key. So for example, it doesn't have to start with a /. In fact, you could start it with just a few letters, but the reason why it's recommended to use a special character is that I don't want something to pop up the next time I write in the word D-O, the word do. No, that's going to pop up all over the place. So I often start mine with a /, and in this case, I'm going to say COL. It's going to stand for color. I recommend that you make this as short as possible so that you only have to type a few things on your keyboard, but make it maybe an abbreviation or an initial of what that snippet is going to do so it makes sense. So /COL is what's going to make this text appear. Then down below, this is where we can add as much information as needed. In fact, not only can we include links and format the text, we can even insert images if we want to as well. So there's so much that we can include here in this space. So in my example, I've simply listed, here's the full list, and here are the colors with their associated code. I definitely don't want to be typing this in each and every time. and I don't want to waste my time copying and pasting it from somewhere else. But let's take our text expansion to the next level and add some dynamic commands so that our snippets are that much more valuable and that much more helpful. In this example, I am asking someone to review files. I've called it review files and yes, /RF, so I can easily remember it. But I'm not quite finished here. I'm saying thank you very much for sending over these files. I will review them and get back to you before. Well, this is going to be a standard reply, something that I do frequently. And for me, I always get back to my clients within 3 days. But I don't want to just say 3 days. I want to be more specific. I want to give them an actual date. Well, for that, we're going to come over here to the right-hand side and add a dynamic command. Now, there's an awful long list of different commands, including tables and formulas and other things in which we can add to our snippets. But we're going to keep things relatively basic by adding a date and time. So right here, I'm going to come over and select date and time. And within that option, yes, we have a lot of times available to us here as well. I'm going to come down near to the bottom and say date in 1 day. And once adding this to my snippet, we can add further details. First and foremost, I want to change that time frame. It's not 1 day from today. I want to mention 3 days from today. So at the bottom here, I'm going to change 1 day to 3 days. So it's going to take today's date and add 3 days. And then I want to come up to the top and review the time and date format. If I said this, 2026-06-10, that's going to look pretty formal. It's going to look like it came from a robot. So I want to make this much easier for them to read. So I'm actually going to delete this. I'm going to select this date format, but I'm not going to include the year. I think the year is maybe a little overkill as well. I will add a period though, because it's the end of that particular sentence. So how is this going to look? I'm going to come up here to the right-hand side and select preview so that when I enter in this quick key of /RF, this is what's going to appear. I will review them and get back to you before June 13th, which yes, is exactly 3 days from today. No, it won't be highlighted like this. It's simply highlighting it in this example to show the dynamic content in this snippet, but you can add other equations, you can add other dates, you can add other formulas. If you want to address people by their specific name, you can have a placeholder for their name as well. Really, the possibilities are endless. So if you're done with copying and pasting and want to start building your own AI prompt library, I recommend you get started with textblaze. Just go to blaze.today and you can use it absolutely for free. Thank you so much for watching this video, and remember, you deserve to work without feeling overwhelmed.